Today is about a leadership killer. Favouritism. Let's face it, no one particularly likes or respects a leader who plays favourites. It breeds resentment, crushes morale, and ultimately undermines an effective framework for your team. So today is about some really easy tips for you to ensure that you are maintaining boundaries and creating a good, fair workplace. I don't know about you, but I have definitely experienced favouritism in a team environment. There is one leader I can think about in particular that I've had in my past who would frequently play favourites. Sometimes it was subtle and other times it was openly blatant. You'd find out that they'd had a long, cosy lunch that they'd paid for one of your colleagues where no one else was invited, or perhaps someone's getting all of the best projects and you're getting all of the crap ones. Or someone's mistakes are completely overlooked and laughed at, and yours are shoved down your throat and smacked. But probably the one that used to make me the most annoyed was the gushing praise for work that someone had done that was either incredibly minor or actually a team effort where everyone contributed. It was very annoying and screamed unfairness. And I also left. It really created a two-tier system where some individuals were in and others were out. The consequences of such favouritism are quite far-reaching. Morale plummets as all the people who are out feel marginalised and undervalued, as it's pretty hard to give your best if you feel it's going to be unnoticed, or worse, recognition is going to be given to somebody else for your work. It also can create a bit of a toxic environment where the outs are more likely to go bleating to each other about how unfair it all is, and kind of set up a bit of a division between the team. Talented individuals who feel overlooked and disengaged are more likely to leave, and trust, which is hard fought for and easily lost, is definitely going to erode. So how can you prevent yourself from falling into the trap of favouritism? It starts with clear and consistent boundaries. I'm going to share some easy to implement tips to make sure that you're staying on track with your team and not consciously or unconsciously favouring those who you kind of like more. And if you do get some tips from this, I would love it if you could subscribe to support my channel. Tip 1. Establish objective criteria for opportunities and rewards. Whether it's how you assign projects to ensure that not one person is getting all of the good stuff, or how you deliver opportunities for training or conferences so that, again, not just one person is getting all of these. You can actually base these on clear, measurable criteria that you can then apply to everyone. So it could be that the person who gets to go on the conference is someone who's delivered X and X and hasn't been on one for the last year. Something that is really clear and transparent for the team, and everybody knows what they need to achieve to be selected, and that the rules apply to everyone. Tip 2 is to implement fair and consistent performance evaluations. If you don't already have a standardised process to assess everyone's contributions, get this dialed in and focus on objective data and specific examples rather than opinions. Ensure everyone receives regular feedback and the opportunity to contribute to this feedback on a regular schedule. That's how I do it anyway. I ensure that I'm meeting with every individual one-on-one, as well as having group meetings in a regular cycle, so that everyone knows that they're getting the same amount of time, and I know that I'm giving the same amount of time to every person. It's also about giving everyone the opportunity to be heard and seen, and that their contribution is valued and considered. Tip 3, distribute attention and opportunities evenly. Make a conscious effort to engage with everyone, not just your go-to people. This is about seeking out different perspectives, offering different opportunities, and again ensuring that everyone is seen and heard. There will always be people that you have an easier time communicating with, or that you know are your reliable, get it done, no drama But make sure you're not just taking the easy road and handing things to these people because they are easy to work with, and that the others in the team are getting the opportunity to show you that they also have potential and strengths. It's important to ensure that these are visible to everybody too. Don't hand people projects secretly, knowing that it's a great thing that everyone would want to participate in. Ensure there's clarity around not only how you made the decision about who got the great project, but that there was visibility through the process on how those decisions are made in the future. Tip 4. Be mindful of your interactions and your communication. This is about paying attention to how you communicate with different people. Are you offering more praise and positive reinforcement to some people who you like, more than others that you find a little bit more challenging to work with? Are you more lenient with some people who make a mistake? Consciously strive for balanced and impartial communication. Tip 5. Establish clear channels for feedback and address issues promptly. Like I said, I like to have a regular catch up with each of my direct reports one-on-one in a regular cycle, also with the whole team. This allows that we are familiar with each other, we have a good team environment, there's an opportunity for people to raise things one-on-one, there's an opportunity for the group to raise things together, and that there's lots of points of contact with me so that I'm not missing anybody out or missing things that could be happening. It's the same reason that I really suggest visibility and leadership. So even if you've got a full calendar of meetings, making sure that if you have work from home opportunities, that you're not always working from home. You're actually going in the office and people are seeing you and they're familiar with you and you know everyone and they feel comfortable to talk to you. If you've got a really big team, it can be really hard to know everyone. I mean that in the lightest possible way. But even if you don't know everyone, if they see you around a lot, they are more familiar with you than someone that they rarely see, and worse, they're not even sure who you are. You might not have a whole lot of time to casually interact with people in your leadership role, but being present and visible can be a huge advantage in leadership. You can see what is going on for people in the moment. You hear things that in casual conversation that you might not otherwise hear, and you become a more familiar presence so that your team are more likely to bring things to you because they see you more. Take any of these things seriously and address them promptly. Tip 6. Regularly ask yourself if you are, hand on heart, treating everybody fairly. Be open to receiving feedback from your team, your manager, or even a mentor. Self-awareness is crucial if you want to stay on top of your leadership blind spots, and we all have them. Unfortunately, seeing the things that aren't so great about ourselves help develop us and make us better leaders. So make sure that you set good boundaries with your team so that you can be respected for how you treat everybody fairly and not play favourites. And for more on how your team are not your friends in leadership, make sure you check out the video linked on your screen. And thanks very much for watching.